All right, everybody, this is Marcel Pursuit, and here's our interview with Georgia State football player Trajan Stephens-McQueen. Enjoy.
Like it was a tough loss. It was a really tough pill to swallow just to see how the execution down the stretch wasn't nearly what we wanted to be. But we understand that, we just got to keep going, take it a week at a time, and just got to prepare for the next opponent. In the preparation for Charlotte, we definitely are looking forward to actually getting back to work. It's another work week, just getting in and really having another coming out party. It's gonna be great as far as for me, just being able to go back to my hometown and just the environment. It should feel like a warm feeling for me.
Now, let's go back to the game against Louisiana. Coach talked about he was proud of the effort of the team, but I think stamina may have caught up with the squad towards the end. Do you think that was just due to just first game nervousness, just been an unusual training camp? What do you think led to kind of the second half struggles in that contest?
Yeah, coach was definitely right. The stamina definitely was a factor. As you seen first half, we were flying around on every phase of the ball, offense, defense, and special teams. But I guess as the game did go on, it took some wear and tear on our bodies, and it just some mental issues that we got to get back and we got to get squared away to cut out the second half mistakes.
And how have you done that this week in preparation for Charlotte? How have you worked on those mistakes?
Well, the biggest thing that we've taken into mind is just focus, like being able to focus and strain under duress, like putting a whole game together instead of just a half or three quarters. Um, that's been basically the message of this whole week, like the finish. We can start as fast as we want, but if we can't finish, then it's not going to be the result that we want, no matter who we're playing. But that's been a message this week, just a strain and finish.
Yeah, but just thinking back to the past month, or really 2 months since you've had fall camp, how's the team been able to keep its resolve and keep its efforts high, is dealing with all the adjustments on and off the field? It includes classes. Sure, you've had your facilities, academics. Sure, everything's been a lot different for you over the past month or two.
Yeah, this year has definitely been different from any other year that I've been at Georgia State. Not just for me, but as you would say, it's for the whole team. Um, this year has been a whole lot. It's been a roller coaster ride, a lot of ups, a lot of downs, and we're just grateful to even be able to play. But the preparation for the season and for these games, it kind of felt in a way rushed, just because of the whole timeline leading up to college football this year. But now that we're actually in the process of the season, it's just all gas, no brakes. We're ready for it. But this fall leading up to it, the best way to describe it is a roller coaster ride. All the obstacles that we've dealt with.
Right. And now the game against Charlotte coming up. Were you aware of this game being scheduled a few years ago, or even in the recruitment process, or anything like that, that you would have a chance to play in the state of North Carolina, let alone Charlotte?
Well, what's called it came to my mind. Well, it was brought to me last year when we looked at the schedule and I actually on the games that I was aware that we'd be able to go back there, go back to Charlotte, just like my freshman year. But I found out a little after last season, so it wasn't a huge surprise to me. But it was a warm feeling to see that they're back on the schedule again.
Yeah, is there nervousness, or do you try to avoid the distractions of that? Because I'm sure you'll have a lot of friends and family. I don't know if the attendance policy is there, but even I'm sure before or after the game, you'll try to catch up with a lot of folks. How is that going to be for you, just that day, or the 24 hours or 48 hours that you're there?
Yeah, it's not really much nervousness, just because I'm really my first rodeo, and I know like no matter how how I feel on the inside and who's there to see me, I know it's still a business trip. Like we're trying to get a win out of this. We don't want to start the season off 0-2. We rather start 1-1. It's a huge difference, and honestly, yeah, it's a business trip. But I say I'll have fun seeing them after the game, but as soon as I touch down in Charlotte, I'm locked in. Just like, the message for this whole week, just focus, see the task at hand.
Yeah, and then my last thing, I should have mentioned earlier, we're talking about the Louisiana game, but that was a big thing I saw online during the contest. Talk about the ball, people you're flying around the ball, the defense, and it's like the best effort they've seen from the team in such a long time on the defensive end. What do you attribute that to? Just you guys in the front seven or front eight, whatever the package is, being able to be so aggressive and get a lot of a lot of plays, loss of yardage, and things like that.
Yeah, in the offseason, we try to make a huge emphasis that this year that we're in right now, would not be like the last year, the past 2 years, just because we knew for a fact the talent that we had on defense, and it's just a matter of executing and playing harder than the opposing offense that we faced. Just like last year, we seen how we was ranked in the hundreds for basically everything in defense, and we felt like as grown men on that field, that should put a chip on our shoulder, and that chip on our shoulder we want to bring to every game we play, like the preparation, the actual focus, and just putting it all together. So yeah, you could say this defense is playing with a chip on the shoulder this year, and we're going to continue to bring this energy throughout the rest of the season.
Okay, that was an interview with Georgia State football player Trajan Stephens-McQueen. We thank you for his time. We appreciate it, and very intrigued to hear about the team and how they try to improve the defensive effort and him going back home to play in Charlotte. So it was very good to hear from him about that type of stuff. So that's the latest edition of Fighting Peaches, and until next time, safe travels, good day, and be safe.